Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. I'm just hanging out in my car on my lunch break, as I so often do. Hey, Kat, how's it going? So I thought I'd come on here and hang out. This is like week 7 or so for me, to have at least one live per week, which is really awesome because for a while there, it wasn't on my radar. So I've really been enjoying coming on here and hanging out with all of you and answering all your questions. I have about 45 minutes tonight to hang out, so please feel free to ask me anything, as always, with my lives. We most often get into abuse Q&A. That's the most common thing that people want to know about me, but I always put this out there that I'm happy to talk about anything. I like to travel. I'm a mom. I'm a single mom. I homeschool. There's so much more to me than just abuse, so if you want to get to know me and you want to ask me pretty much anything, that is fair game. Also, in terms of coaching, I do more than just abusive relationships. There's so much more that I like to work on and that I care about, like childhood emotional neglect, childhood trauma, those kinds of things. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome in. So feel free to ask me anything. Before we dive into that, I just want to remind everyone that I have a monthly support group with my friend Trey De La Torre. We have one Saturday a month. It's for LGBTQ plus survivors. Hi, Landon. And our next session is March 18th. So if you know somebody who is LGBTQ and has experienced some form of abuse in their life, this is for them. So go ahead and share it with them if you think that they might benefit from that. Or of course, sign up and join yourself. We'd love to have you in there. We've done 2 sessions so far and we've absolutely loved it. It's been really successful. And hopefully helpful to everyone who's been coming to those sessions. And as I mentioned a couple minutes ago, I'm a certified trauma recovery coach, and I offer one-on-one coaching as well. That said, I'm going to open up the floor to anyone who might want to pick my brain for the next 45 minutes. Like I said, happy to talk about anything. You seem so nice. Oh, thank you. I am nice, except sometimes when I'm tired. Then I'm not mean. I'm just like sometimes I'm sitting at work and I'm like, I bet these people think that I'm an a-hole because I'm really tired. So I'm just sitting here just trying to stay awake. And really, I'm not. I'm just tired. The best human ever. You're the best human ever. I'm glad you're here. I missed you, though. That's me. Hi, Lindsay. Hello. Welcome in. How's it going? How is everybody? Feel free to, if you're new here, say hi. Tell me where you're from. Or even if you're not new here, tell me where you're joining from. Tell me your name, whatever you want to share, so I know you're in here. Miss you. I want to be in the next group. Join us. That would be so awesome to have you in there. I don't know if you know this, but Kat joins us as well. And I feel like I can say that because Kat isn't joining as like someone who, Kat isn't someone that I need to like protect in that sense of like privacy, because Kat is helping Trey and I to facilitate the group. So I didn't feel like I just like outed Kat or anything like that. My sister wife. Let's see. But yeah, Kat. Yes, Kat. Claps for Kat. Yes, I almost hit that one, Kat, and then I was like, wait, Kat's got this. So yeah, Landon, that would be super cool to have you in there because Kat's in there, Trey's in there. Trey's really awesome. I'm so happy to be working with Trey on this project, I guess. And just everyone who's joined our group so far has just been so awesome. And it's really cool to, it can be hard, but it's really cool to be around people who are, oops. Oh, come on. I just accidentally uploaded one of my podcast episodes to the wrong YouTube channel. Like I have another, I don't use like a YouTube, but I have another account that's connected to YouTube. So I don't know why I got logged out of my regular, or like my work email. It's not all rainbows, Lindsay Goodman email. I don't know what my password is. Yeah, I don't know what my password is. Somebody changed it. I have people who help me out with some of the stuff behind the scenes, and sometimes when they get logged out, so they'll come and change the password. So at this point, I have no idea what the password is. And I sometimes change the password and I don't remember it. So there's a lot of password changing when it comes to my accounts. Hi Tracy, how's it going? Oh, lots of old friends in here for me tonight, which I love, and new friends. Oh great! Oh, my internet cut out. Well, Facebook and YouTube are still here. So if you are the person who's watching on Facebook or YouTube, now's your chance to ask me or tell me anything because TikTok just cut out. So I don't know what's going on over there. Actually, I don't know. TikTok, can you still see me? You're frozen. Okay, cool. That's just great because well, this is going well. This is not going to be my best live because for some reason it says I have a good connection. I don't understand. I don't know what it's doing. Am I still frozen? Well, that's frustrating. Okay, well. Anyway, I guess we might have to just let TikTok go for tonight and hang out on Facebook and YouTube. Although it's pretty quiet over here. Most of the time when I log on at 5 p.m. I do a lot of lives at 5 p.m. on like Wednesdays. And it looks like 6 p.m. is a little bit of a quieter time for people, or else y'all, whoever's in here right now, are very quiet. So okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened there. That was unfortunate. Welcome back. Thank you. Yeah, that's happened a couple of times lately when I've gone live on TikTok and it goes away really quickly. Like it goes back to normal really quickly, but nope. Okay, I messed it up again. Nope. All right. You weren't frozen for me anymore. Was I frozen for all of you too on Facebook and YouTube? Ugh, I feel like I'm parked in the wrong part of the parking lot. Where I work, there's either good service or bad service. And sometimes it's all bad service. But usually when I go live, we do pretty well. So welcome back, everyone. Thanks for trying to roll with me on this one. I know it can be pretty annoying when you're trying to watch a live and the person keeps cutting out. So if anyone can confirm for me that we're good now. We're good. Okay, cool. So yeah, I don't know if Landon came back in, but I saw that you gave them the information for the LGBTQ plus survivor support group, which, as Kat shared on TikTok, is March 18th, Saturday, March 18th at 4:30 Central. So yeah, keep that in mind if that's something that would interest you. Just going with flow, no worries here. Awesome. Thank you, everybody. I always feel bad when I'm like talking, but I don't know if anyone can hear me. Appreciate the hard work you do. Thank you. Thank you so much. I say this every single time, and I've been saying this every single time for a year, but it really means a lot to me. It really does. Keeps me going, that's for sure. Keeps me going when I feel like there's other things that I could or should be doing. Like, oh, I could be done with this. Oh, there's other people talking about this. So, I'm sure people can get their help elsewhere. And then I realized that, hi, welcome in. I realize that there are other voices and there are a lot of other resources out there, but sometimes, like not everyone's going to connect with me and not everyone's going to connect with, that person over there. And, my voice is important and I still have a lot to share with all of you. So, like I said, that stuff really keeps me going. So, hi, friends. How are you? We're just hanging out. I am on my lunch break, so I'm in my car, and we had some technological difficulties, and nobody has missed anything yet because we haven't really dived into any like actual discussion on anything yet. So, anything is fair game. If you're hanging out in here, you can ask me anything or tell me anything, and we'll just roll with it. I'm pretty flexible and pretty open. So, I'm doing well. I'm glad you were here. Thank you so much. Yeah, this is actually my last work day for a little while. I'm about to go travel with my son for a week to visit some friends, and I work until 7:30 tonight. I'll get home at 8:30, and I have not packed very much. So I have a lot of work to do because we have to leave the house at like 8 a.m. And I just realized it on my way to work today because I thought our flight was at 2, but our flight lands at 2, and that's a very different story. Hey, Lindsay, you were frozen before. Yeah, I turned it off and came back in because usually maybe once or twice when I'm live, it'll go red because I'm just out here in the world and I don't have great service. But yeah, I decided to just pop off and hop back on and see if it went better. And so far, so good. So, man, that's the life of a mom. It is the life of a mom. And thank you for saying that because that makes me feel better because I'm like, wow, what a mess. But it was really like I had some me time on Sunday, but I just kind of was like, well, I want to get out of the house and I want to, sometimes when you have a break as a mom, you don't want to spend every second of your break like cleaning or doing like chore task type things. And so I went and I took my dog and we went for a walk in the woods. And then we went to like this cute little town that has dog friendly stores and did some of that stuff. I'm like, I deserve that, right? Now that does mean that I'm going to have to pack in a hurry tonight, but it'll be fine. I made myself I'm sitting at work and I made myself a list and I'll get it done. And the other thing is we'll have washing machines. So I'll just pack whatever I pack. And if we run out of underwear in 3 days, we'll just wash them up. Right. I'm a pretty chill traveler and I've traveled a lot. So it's there's what are the things you really, really need? And then, don't stress about the rest. So I call my time my only child me time. Oh, I love that. You love that. Okay. I value you and all you do. LGBT resources for DV are barely there. So thank you for being a voice for those who felt voiceless. Thank you. Thank you so much. And like I said a couple minutes ago, that's really what keeps me going. And I know, like I said, there are more people who might have I'll just call it a similar voice, as in maybe they're talking about similar things. And, maybe they're also queer, but, all of our experiences while being eerily similar are so different. And yeah, there's not a lot of resources out there for queer folks. And while the abuse is mostly the same, there's definitely some nuance there. And there's definitely some layers and, different kinds of trauma and things like that. And I just feel like it's so important to talk about and let queer folks know that what they are going through or what they went through is real and important. And, that I see them and they're not alone. Because it's abuse it's a lonely place to be, no matter who you're being abused by, whether it's a parent or a sibling or even a friend. It's horribly lonely. And I felt so alone when I was in it. And I know I can't save everybody, but I want to do my best to make sure that other people feel seen and not so alone. Sounds like intentional self-care. Yes, you do deserve that. Yeah, thank you. That's definitely something that I'm working on, as well as boundaries. If you don't know this, I actually live with my son's dad, who is my ex-husband. We are not in a relationship. We do not meet each other's needs in any way, shape, or form. We have separate bedrooms, separate bathrooms, but we live in the same house because we live in Washington and it's very expensive. And, for whatever other reasons that we chose to do that for now, I feel like I'm getting to the time where probably by later this year, I will want to move out. But we do live together. And so that means the boundaries have to be solid because we're a family. We are a co-parenting family. And we do some things together, but we're not that kind of family where we want to spend a lot of time like nurturing that family bond and doing all of that stuff. It's like, I need to nurture myself and take some time to myself, and you need to nurture yourself. So we take turns doing a lot of stuff. And what happens then is that on Sunday or whatever my day ends up being, if I don't go and do that intentional self-care, I ain't getting it. Because if I'm still at the house and they're home, of course my kiddo wants to come and be with me, and he wants to come in the room when I'm trying to like read or relax or take a nap or do yoga or take a bath or whatever. And he's like, "Hey mom, you're still here. What do you want to, do you want to come play with me?" And I'm like, yeah. And also no, because it's my me time. And that's something that I've come so far in learning how to do. And I've still got work to do. And I think most, I want to say parents, because I want to be inclusive, but a lot of moms, we do struggle with boundaries, and we struggle with mom guilt um, and intentional self-care. Like, y'all, I did not have a skincare routine until like within this last year. And even then it's been spotty. Only recently have I been like, okay, twice a day, I'm going to do, this is my morning skincare. This is my evening skincare. I'm going to do it. And that's like bare minimum basic, like whatever. Right. Um, and it's not just moms. We tend to just get so caught up in all the things that we have to do because we're supposed to keep moving and we're supposed to keep doing. And if you have the kind of trauma, not the same kind of trauma, but the same trauma response / coping mechanism that I have, is that you have to keep moving. You're always moving. When you feel yucky, you're moving. When you, whatever. So yeah, that's modeling for him also. Good job. Thank you so much. That's something that I try to keep at the forefront of my mind, is that when I model for him, me taking time to myself and doing things for myself, having my own hobbies, having my own career, having all of that stuff, while also he is loved and all that stuff. Like, obviously none of us doing self-care doesn't mean that we're swinging so far to the other side that like we never see our child and like don't care. Right. And so showing him that I can love you and give so much of myself to you, but I have to also love me and give to myself, is so important. So yeah, thank you. I got shamed by my ex for wanting to take any time for myself. Of course you did. I don't know your story and I don't know your ex, but there are a lot of people who, whether they're abusive or insecure or for whatever reason, they're going to be intimidated by you spending time by yourself or doing nice things for yourself or any of those things. And they want to take that from you. So what happens is, after so many times of being shamed or laughed at or criticized or whatever, you're going to stop doing those things because it's easier not to have to have those conversations and have those yucky things said to you. And so then what happens is our brains get trained, like even if they're not around, we still don't do that. So if my abuser is telling me not to take, saying, oh, you want to go take time for yourself, well, I don't take time for whatever they say, and then they're not even home, I'm like not going to take time for myself. I'm going to go do the dishes, or I'm going to go get groceries, or I'm going to just run around doing all the things that they don't tell me that I'm selfish for, or they don't make me feel shamed for, because I'm trying to avoid them saying those things to me. They train our brains to do the work for them. The lack of resources resulted in me and my child ending up in another different unsafe environment. Those on social media who are sharing their stories and spreading awareness about DV are how I came to the tragic realization of what my marriage was. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I totally agree with you. It's very hard because social media can be a really dangerous place. And, there's a lot of misinformation or good information, but misunderstanding of the information. And yet it's saving people's lives. And the amount of messages that I get from people, but not just me, if I think of all the other creators who are out there who have this lived experience or have studied coercive control and all of that stuff, and they're out here, like, we all collectively are helping so many people. And it just goes to show how important this tool is and how important our voices are when we have the ability to share, to keep sharing, because you never know. Like, the thing is that sometimes obviously, like, if I get to a point where I'm like, I can't or don't want to do this anymore, I will always be an advocate. I will always share things on my page that other people create. Maybe I'll see a meme and be like, I experienced this. here's a resource if you're experiencing this. I don't know if I will always make content and do all of the stuff that I'm doing now. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows where my life is going? But I always think that if even one person sees their story in mine or in the next person's, like this, it's all worth it. Obviously, you have to take care of your own mental health. There have been times that I can't do it, so I don't. But we're just all out here trying to help each other and, take away all the supply from all the people who depend on supply for their, I don't know, whatever. How do you deal with the nightmares? I don't get nightmares. So I can't answer that from personal experience. I do have dreams here and there. I used to have a lot of bad dreams when I was with them, and possibly when I first left, I don't remember. But I don't really have nightmares anymore. Sometimes I'll have a dream and I'm like, that felt yucky. But that's not where I am now. So unfortunately, I don't have any advice on nightmares. I don't know if anyone else has advice on how they cope with having nightmares. I'm sorry, I haven't messaged you recently. It's okay. There are people who, like, to be honest with you, I get so many messages and emails and all this stuff all the time that I'm never just like sitting there like wondering why someone hasn't messaged me. Also because I have like severe object impermanence. So it's not that I forget about you, but I always also know that if someone cares about me, they care about me and they'll message me when they can. And I don't like worry if that person, doesn't like me anymore or something like that. So never ever feel bad if you've gone a while without, like reaching out to me or something like that. I'm okay. I'm 6 months out and have no desire to go back, but the aftermath is so challenging. It really is. And I'm so glad that you have no desire to go back, because it can be so confusing. It's such a confusing time and you feel like alone and helpless. And, I remember one of the things that I talk about a lot is like the enablers and the people who will side with the abuser, and they'll just completely drop you if you start talking about the abuse publicly and all that. And I remember like there was a moment that was like, man, I don't have any friends anymore. Like it just flashed across my brain that I was like, well, maybe I should have stayed, because at least I had people I had a community at the CrossFit gym. None of those people liked me, because my abuser had been running a smear campaign since the moment they met me, telling them that I was crazy or bad or demanding or making them do this or that, or like I was the reason or my son was the reason why they weren't that successful at life. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so easy for other people to believe the smear campaign, is because it doesn't start the day you leave. It starts the moment you meet them, or like the moment that they go from love bombing to devaluing. And so of course, it was like this, flash across my mind, and I was like, ew, no, that wasn't a community. That wasn't a safe space for me. Obviously it wasn't, or else those people would be with me. I never want to go back to that, but it is such a lonely place and it's very hard to stay away. I did go back multiple times, but she showed me definitely that she wasn't going to change. And, don't feel bad that you went back multiple times. Society will tell you, and the victim shamers will tell you that it's your fault and that you're dumb and you should have known better and blah, blah, blah. But this is how trauma bonds work. And, until you are 100% committed to that and you do some of the work, and you understand what it is, they're likely to hoover you back. And that's just the truth of it. I love you. Remember that. Oh, you're so sweet. I love you too. You helped save my life. It'll make me cry. I have to go back to work soon. But thank you. That's so sweet. Okay. Oh no, I left TikTok for 1 second and it kicked me off. Okay, I think I'm back, TikTok. Why are all my emails signed out? This is crazy. I think the toughest thing was sorry, everybody. I'm trying to recover my email while also hanging out with all of you, and it's so annoying. I don't know why I have to do this. I just want the technology to like me. I'm waiting for TikTok to come back. So you and mental illness gave me awareness when I was nearly dying. I'm gonna cry. Thank you. The bravery in the work both of you do in different ways is giving tools to those who lack them. First of all, to be grouped with mental illness is just mind-boggling to me. Like, to be in the same category or like level of helping someone as mental illness is wild to me, because he is one of the people who helped me get out 16 months ago. And so to then have come as far as I have in terms of helping people, like, I'm not on the same level as him. He's got like over 1 million followers, and that's totally fine. I also don't have the energy level and like the time commitments that he's able to make. We don't compare. I don't compare with people, but like, it's just mind boggling. So thank you for saying that. Like, honestly, I'm talking, but I'm speechless. But I'm really proud of you, and I'm so thankful that we were both able to help you. I think the toughest thing was her showing me she never loved me unconditionally from the start. There were always expectations I had to meet to earn her love. And same. And, and I say this a lot, is that there's this initial, like, when you accept that this wasn't love, this wasn't real, it was an act, they were abusing you from the beginning, that the love bombing was also abuse, that it was probably targeted, all of that stuff, it feels so horrible. It's like a wound to the chest. I don't want to use any words that are going to like flag me. It's so painful. It feels like it's like your childhood abandonment wound ripped open times a million. It's so horrible, because you're like, this was real for me at some point. I'm realizing now that it wasn't. Like, for me, to be honest with you, I cannot honestly say that I ever loved my abuser. I can honestly say that I was addicted to them and thought that that was love. But it's so painful. But then from there, in my experience, and of course we're all different, you can heal so much better and so much harder and so much faster, because you're not sitting there going, why did this relationship end? What happened with this relationship? We loved each other. Everything was good, because you have this clarity that for this person, it was all just a game. It was all just an act. It was all just whatever. And you're allowed to still feel like crap about that. And you're allowed to still be, hurt by that, and you're allowed to not trust people after that, right? All of those feelings are completely valid. But for me, knowing that it's them, this is their personality disorder, and they didn't ask to be that way, but they are that way, and there's nothing that I did wrong, there's nothing that I could have done differently. This is how they're going to be with every single person. It's how they have always been. Nothing to do with me. That helped me so much to be able to heal from this. She even admitted doing it. It's not my fault I tricked you and you believed me. Wow, that's actually, like, this person might be self-aware, because a lot of people either wouldn't admit that, wouldn't know that. They would just say, like, it was real for me in the beginning, and then, you changed, you did this, you did that. That's my feeling of like what my abuser would have said to me. But to say I tricked you and you believed me is like wild. I don't know what accent or where that came. That's wild. That is wild. Wild. I'm not from the South. I'm from Indiana. But I do pronounce some things really weird. One thing I pronounce really weird is volume. I tend to say volume, like volume. Is it Valium or volume? Like, pick a word, honey. You and him specifically helped me flee. I am still very weary of posting online, as I am not 100% safe, and me and my child's safety is vital, of course. Ah! Hey! Good. How are you?
I'm good. What you talking about?
Abuse. Wouldn't you know?
Oh,
Oh my goodness, I love you so much.
hi. I love you. We haven't seen. Oh man, how you been?
You know what? I'm good. It's been like ups and downs, but in terms of like life in general, I'm so good. What about you?
Yeah. Are you just chilling in your car?
So I'm on my work. This is what I do. These are my lives. I'm almost always in my car because I have like a really long break from my job right in the
Yeah.
middle because it's like a 12-hour day and
Yeah.
my break is like 2.5 hours. So I come on here and hang out with people.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice. 2.5 hour break.
Yeah.
Do you not see my kitty in the background being fat?
Hi, kitty.
But no, I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I was telling the people. I was telling everybody about my book I'm about to release on my birthday.
Okay, tell us about it. Hold on really quick. So I'm on StreamYard and I have a YouTube and Facebook up. So I'm going to have you say hi. This is Nia Renee, my friend. You're so bright. From How to Love a Battered Woman. And she just joined us. And
Hi.
so she's going to tell us about her book she's releasing. Okay, go for it.
Yes, I am dropping my book on April 25th. It's called Letters to You, and it's a collection of letters that I've written to like my abusers or people in my life that I feel like I really needed to release all of those things from. But they include journal entries, actual letters, and then it will also be featuring my custom How to Love Me journal, like where that came from and like how I kind of built it back then to where it is today. So, and the thing that I provide to people today and like kind of how I established it. So I am really excited. I am really excited. So I'm dropping it on my 30th birthday.
Yay! Oh my
So
gosh.
I'm starting my next journey of my life. So,
wow.
Yeah.
So awesome. And so, like, what a good choice to have it on your birthday and like on your new decade and everything. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Starting decade.
I'm so annoyed though because I'm leaving the country on April 28th. But I need a copy. Like I need to bring it with me on my trip so I can read it on my trip.
Yes, I'll send you one. I'm gonna get other copies. So I will send you one.
Perfect.
Yes.
Somebody said.
But I just wanted to say hey.
Yeah.
I didn't want to interrupt your vibe because I think I'm about to get off. So.
No, you're good.
So I get some work done. Where are you going? Yeah, that's a great question. Where are you going?
I'm going to. So last summer I went with my son to Spain and Portugal, and so this year we're going back. My goal is to eventually like buy a house in Spain and like have a little second house for me and him there, but like he has a dad, so I can't just like leave forever. But we're gonna go there, and we might do a couple other stops and just like exist, you know.
Sounds really good though.
Yeah, come join me if you want to.
Sounds like fun.
Come visit.
Traveling is like it's on my list. I have to dig myself out of this hole I've been put in from my medical, situation that happened last year. So I'm just trying to financially dig myself out of that hole. But once I'm back on top and in the green and where I want to be, then yeah, traveling is where I'm going to be. Congratulations on your Twitter and your YouTube.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're growing. We're doing it.
Seeing it on Facebook and Twitter. Every time I tweet, though, I'm like, I gotta start tweeting because it's like I get a lot of retweets, and I think a lot of them come from you retweeting my stuff too. And I'm starting to get more attention. So my YouTube is, I'm at almost 1.8, so it's not where I want it to be, but we're getting there.
Yeah, social media is weird and they're all so different. And I feel like I'm finally getting better. Like Twitter's one of those things that like I did the same thing where I'm like, oh, I need to commit. I just need to tweet more. Like people can relate to this stuff and then you don't. And then you do. Yeah. Like just one day it just clicks and you're like, okay, I'm gonna tweet now.
Yeah. I think I feel like I have so many thoughts. Yeah. And I just need to put them out to the world. So yeah. I definitely I need to start.
Keep tweeting. I'll keep retweeting. Someone did ask. Someone said, oh, I need that. I need to read that. What an amazing premise. Little celebrating, little party face. And then where can we buy the book? So, yeah.
So I will be launching it on Amazon. So once I have the link, obviously you guys will be able to have access to it. I'll give, especially everybody in Narc Avengers, I'll give you guys the link and stuff. But you guys will be able to find it on Amazon for sure. I'm gonna try and have it submitted by like the next 2 or 3 weeks because it takes a few days for it to get approved. And then once it gets approved and stuff, I can do it because it takes like 2 weeks to get your author copies. So I want to have them in time so I can mail you one and stuff and like have it in time by the end of the month of April. And then like I have friends and stuff coming in town for my birthday that week. So I want to give them a copy of my book as well. So just trying to put the finishing touches on it. I have like 1 or 2 more letters to finish, and then obviously like final edits, and then I need to get my cover. I haven't decided how I want to do the cover yet. So, but I'm so close to being done.
Oh, well, I'm so happy for you, and thanks for coming on here and sharing that. Our friend Sarah said, "Do it, Nia. Your sisters will be here supporting you and listening to all you have to share."
Aww.
So yeah,
Aww,
if you don't know Nia, follow Nia Renee if you're interested in the book. She is How to Love a Battered Woman, pretty much on all social media, right?
Everything. Yep. Except for on Twitter, it's too long, so it's the first letter of each word. So HTLABW. Yes, I got to get better at that. I got to start practicing.
My brain was like,
I only know. I don't remember how to do the I, but A.
N-I-A. Yeah. Good job.
That's it. But I'm gonna start learning because I need to learn. But anyway, I'll hop off. So I'm gonna hop off. But it was good to see you.
Yeah, thanks for hopping on. And yeah, follow Nia Renee. Watch out for her book at the end of April, and I'll also be sharing it, of course. So thanks for coming on to say hi.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me through that. I like on TikTok, I don't like to do dual lives. Sometimes I'll do like a StreamYard gig with someone else, like I did one with Trey De La Torre, and usually like we're live, we record it, we put it on YouTube and stuff for people to watch later. But on TikTok, I don't like to go live with people because usually people just like leave. But when she popped up, I was like, yes, she's gonna say something good. She's going to be important, and she's just so fun, and I love her energy. She's one of my favorite people ever, and she's just such a powerful woman, and yeah, her message is so important, and she, she's been through so much, and she shares a lot more than just abuse stuff, so definitely go check her out. I was like so pumped when I got to meet her in Austin, Texas. I was also very intimidated. I was intimidated by her and Lisa Sunny from Stronger Than Before, because these are like really powerful women. I don't know what I might have been intimidated. Lisa, I literally just mentioned you. Did you hear me mention you did you pop in right after I said your name? That is so funny. How was your trip to Panama? I clicked the second you said my name. It's like, what's Lindsay up to? She's talking about me. So Nia just popped in here and shared with us for a couple of minutes. And then I was saying that I got to like meet her, but I was really intimidated by her and you and possibly Kat, but I don't know. Definitely not by Ashley. But you and Nia just have such this like bad bitch energy. And I was just like, I'm really not. I'm just like, I don't know if I belong anywhere. Like, that's my energy all the time. I'm like, I don't know. Either I'm like comfortable and I'm like, I don't know, singing karaoke at a bar in front of people that I don't know. Or I'm just like, do I belong here? I don't know. But you and Nia are just like, yeah, narcissists don't deserve to be around you. And you're so strong. And I'm like, they're gonna hate me, but no, y'all were just amazing, and I was so Austin was amazing. I wish we could repeat. Go follow Nia, y'all will not be disappointed. Yes, absolutely. This is so cool to witness and be a part of. Lindsay, you're a powerful woman as well. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're here, and thanks for hanging out tonight. And by the way, Nia popped in right when I was reading your other message. So about Lee, You and him specifically helped me flee. I am very wary of posting online as I am not 100% safe, and me and my child's safety is vital, of course. Yes, absolutely. And I always say that to people who are like, I want to share my story, and I'm like, first get safe. First get safe. That's number one priority. The abuse is still ongoing, even with many boundaries and even with assistance in various ways. Your realness and rawness allowed me to trust you in a way, to trust the tools and knowledge you share. I appreciate you. You're sharing what you have. You sharing what you have with your son was life-changing for me with my child. Thank you so much. I really am doing everything I can to like not cry right now. Y'all have been really just like really raw tonight, and I I really can't say how much that means to me. It, like when I left, it was Lisa and Lee. Those were the two accounts that got me out and got me to really realize and understand what was going on. And I've said this a million times, and I will never forget that those were the two people whose information was saving me and their resources were saving me. And of course, we save ourselves too. We don't want to give, we don't want to give up the credit that we are doing these things. But again, like I said, when you mentioned Lee Hammock a little bit ago, is that like to be able to be here and be sharing on a similar level to Lee and Lisa and Dr. Carrie McAvoy and, Nia Renee, like all of these incredible, amazing survivors and people who are out here educating is just mind boggling. Like, again, when I was in Austin, I was like, do I belong here? But Lisa, I don't know if she's still in here, but so kind of her to say, I'm a bad bitch and you belong here. That was so kind. So yeah, tonight's been really fun. This is a little bit of a shorter one because unfortunately I only had a 45-minute break instead of 2 hours and 30 minutes. I know I'm spoiled. But I do need to wrap this up because I do have to go back in. My client's going to be like, where are you at? Oh no, you froze. You're back and good now, but I missed some of what you said. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry because I feel like I was responding to your message. So I apologize. But yes, I am going to go. Again, it's been a really fun evening and I'm glad I came on here, and it's been so fun like seeing like friends pop in and say hello and just hanging out with new people. And yeah, I always really do enjoy hanging out with all of you. So thank you so much. I will be on vacation next week, so probably won't see you next week. I'll try to circle back in 2 weeks. So take care of yourselves and drink some water. Bye, y'all.